Welcome back to Tiny Classrooms Live.
Hi, the doctor here, Don Zalou in Taos, New Mexico.
And I'm Artie Nathan, the HR guy here in the Adirondack Mountains. And our topic today is verbal communications.
Everyone uses verbal communications, but when they try to define it or illustrate its importance and relevance to effective communication, that's where most. So verbal communication is really a critical aspect of effectively getting your message across the way it was intended. We've addressed that a little bit, but by and large, we use verbal communication to get most of our messages across the way we intend.
Yeah.
What are some of the components you think, Artie, of a good?
Some of the key components are obviously speaking and the language that we use, the words that we use, and the sounds that we use. And building these skills, then practicing them often, is a valuable investment in being able to communicate effectively.
Absolutely. So the delivery of a message is as important as what's being said. Your word choice, the inflection in your voice, the tone, are all essential to effective verbal communications.
Right. And understanding your audience so you know what information is important to them and how it is best communicated is also very important, because you don't want to be talking about one thing to the wrong people and another thing to the right people.
That's exactly right. So very clear and very simple is always the bedrock of effective communication. Ask questions. Watch to ensure that the listener is on the same page that you are. Nonverbal cues we've addressed a little bit before, and we're going to get into them in the next episode. The idea of that largest volume of communication is verbal. It's sort of a segue into what we're going to do next time. Pay attention to how people are where are their eyes focused? What's their body language like? And so on, sync with your listener.
My boss used to say that one of the most important things that you can communicate is why. Because adults need to understand why they're being asked to do something or being told something. And frankly, it forces the communicator to think and plan and to articulate well and to listen and to resolve questions that come up. So explaining why is a really good thing to do when you're communicating to the people that work for you.
Absolutely. Kind of a reminder of one of the last comments we made in yesterday's episode, the idea of beginning with the end in mind, and that's got why embedded in it. I know where I'm headed and I know where I want to be at the end of that communication. The why has to be contained in the process of the communication.
And that's why we're talking about communication this week. Thanks for joining us, and we'll see you next time.